JK, week 2, here we are in Toulouse.
Yes.
What do our All Black boys need out of tonight's game?
Oh, they need momentum, I reckon. And like for me, last week I thought we were actually pretty good for 40 minutes. Went into our shell a little bit in the second half, so they'll be addressing that, why that happened. Oh, well, you know what it's like. You were a number 3 halfback at one stage, which is a hard position to be in. So someone like Cam's going to come on and want to put his hand up for selection after his performance in South Africa. So we just need a solid performance, no errors, really clinical.
Do you think selection will come into this? There are some guys getting a chance. Finally, they'll feel their taste of World Cup, I suppose.
Yeah, look, I think for me, totally. You want internal competition. You know what that brings out. And
Great.
You've been, yeah, exactly, one of the most competitive guys. Damien McKenzie, I think that, you know, and this is my personal view, I just love the way the guy plays the game. I love the way he brings something different. So I always think that he's like a rugby league standoff, you know, runs laterally, and I love that about him. So does his game tonight then put him into contention to be that impact player, you know? He'll want to start. So for me, there's 3 things I'll be wanting to get out of it. Put to bed that loss, have a real clinical performance, and when I talk about clinical, that's under pressure, executing. If you win by 20, make sure you win by 20, but if you should win by 40, win by 40. So really clinical in that stage. And some of the guys that are getting their chances put up their hand to put pressure on the selectors.
Oh, it's pretty hot. It's about 47 degrees. But we've trained in more extremes. But no, it's actually hotter up there. Boys are in good spirits, team's in good shape. So.
I remember that feeling going into a World Cup too, because the build-up is so great and you don't play the first game and you want to feel like you're part of it. So to get a run and just get your feet on the ground and feel like you're part of the World Cup is an important thing. And being that third halfback, I remember it clearly. Gilbert Anoka came up to me and he said, mate, you hear us 3, but right, 3-2, 2-1. That's your mindset through the World Cup. So, mate, that was it. And I went to work, and sure enough, that's kind of how it played out. But someone like Cam certainly is a chance for him there.
Cam came on against South Africa and he brought that extra loose forward. You know, the forwards are tied around the ruck. He made that penetration, scored that try. So what does he do tonight? You know, as possibly the third or second or trying to get first, like you said, how does he play tonight? You know, he's got to play that distribution game, but then he's also got to bring himself. He's got to bring something different. So that's the intriguing thing for me around selection. I mean, any one of these guys can play, but it's just what the coaches and what the selectors are thinking of how we want.
Finally, how are these Namibian boys feeling going up against the All Blacks?
You know, the interesting thing about the All Blacks, including France, and I always remember, it doesn't matter who you play, it's their game of their lives. So they'll just be out there having the crack of their lives, nothing to lose. And the All Blacks will need to be really disciplined really early. It'll be frustrating, they'll get off the line, they'll tackle you, they'll play the game of their lives. And you just got to absorb it all. Yeah,
well, that's something you guys will be able to look out for tonight because when I visited the Namibian camp, that's exactly what they said. They said the first 20 minutes, going to come in hard, be proud of their set piece, be fast, put the All Blacks under pressure. So it should be a good one. And like you say, and excuse the pun, nothing to lose.
There it is.